my wife introduced me to a show. It was 90 Day Fiancé Abroad. Abroad means that these were people that were going to seek the love and affection of people that live overseas. And I was, and one of the clips I saw, it was a commercial for it. One of the American people was talking into a phone, and they were saying, "I don't understand why you would think that." And then it translated it, and then the other person was like, "Well," and they said in their language, and then they had to wait for the phone, and then translated it. I said, "Doomed. Y'all can't even talk. You can't even speak to one another." Listen, imagine how hard it is to speak to some of the people you know, and y'all speak the same language. But this is what happens in Genesis chapter 11, verse 6 through 9. There are people that have decided, Babylonians, that have decided they are going to build a massive tower to the heavens. Everybody, well, let me read the Genesis chapter 11, verse 6 through 9. It said, "And the Lord said, look, they are one people, and they all have one language. And this is only the beginning of what they will do, because nothing that they propose to do will be impossible for them." Why? Because they have all the same communication. Verse 7, "Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so that they will not understand one another's speech." And all the Lord had to do was send it crashing down, was do what? Confuse their speech. And once they couldn't speak to each other, to properly communicate to one another, to properly communicate with one another, the whole thing came tumbling down. Do you see why this is so important, brothers, to know how to speak to your woman? And ladies, do you see why it is so important to know how to speak to your man? Do you see why it is so important to know how to speak to your children, and your children speak to you, and how to speak to your mother, and how to speak to your father? Because where there is no good communication, nothing substantial can be built.